This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Baker's Delight featuring very heavily at my house at the moment because A, school's back, and B, I have 3 kids. And you know what? I've made a rod for my own back. I have not taught them how to clean up after themselves.
Yeah, no, you haven't.
I haven't.
No.
You've got to teach them absolutely everything.
I know.
And I've missed that. I missed it. I've taught them a whole lot of other important things like how to make an omelette, how to shop for wonderful cheese. But
surely they can watch TikTok videos on how to clean. I'm always being served how to tidy and clean Marie Kondo-like videos.
They didn't even, I honestly don't think they even know that that's what happens. So I'm trying to teach them.
As in they don't know things get tidied and cleaned by them.
Yeah. Honestly, they don't know that's a thing. Like I literally,
wow.
Every time something happens, like the aforementioned omelette.
Yes.
I'll come in 10 minutes later and it's just the omelette's been eaten and someone's left the kitchen and I have to go, Leo/Peg, come and have a look at this. And you can see here the eggshells,
yep,
the bowl with the whisk. I'm thrilled that you're using all of that, but what happens now?
Well, they're like, well, looks like you best get to cleaning, Mum.
I know. And then I have to really bite my tongue and say, see, this is what I mean when I say, and it's a recent concept, I understand, you've got to clean up after yourself. So you've got to work out in your mind, okay, do I clean as I'm making it? Am I the sort of person that wants to leave that mess and enjoy my omelette and come back to it?
Mm-hmm.
You've got to do something, but you've got to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, they're like, we wait for Mum to clean it up.
What can I tell you? I left the house on Monday. I'm filling in on the Sydney Breakfast Show, Fitzy Whipper, at the moment. So it's really, you know, how naturally disorganised I am.
Yep.
To get anywhere. And I've taught myself how to do it, but, you know, it takes a lot of planning. Anyway, I walked out of the house at 5 a.m. on Monday or Tuesday. Can't even remember the day. Tuesday it was.
It
was yesterday. And I walked out on Monday. The house was spotless. The cleaning had been done by me. It was spotless.
Ready for selling sunset cameras.
Yeah, I could have sold it. That's what I said to you. I could put it on the market.
Yeah.
It looked so good, and that is good for my brain because I know that when I come home, it looks good, and that's that. Then all my kids got sick or whatever. By the time I came back on Monday afternoon, it looked like an army of raccoons had broken in, and I nearly wept.
When you walked in the door?
Yeah, I nearly wept because I was so tired and I'd worked so hard to get it to look all right and it did not look all right. And I hadn't seen it. I'd done nothing. I hadn't even been in the house. None of the mess was mine.
Destroyed.
So I was very upset. Anyway, I texted Leo yesterday. They've all got ear infections, so it's just great. And I texted him and I said, just so you know, I'm going to read you the exact text.
Please.
The exact text.
Because you did read it to me in real time yesterday, and boy, did I love it.
Well, because I didn't even know it was that funny, because I meant it.
I know, but I just found it so funny because it was just so stern and savage, and I love it when you're like that.
When I left yesterday morning, they were all still asleep, and I just quickly recorded what the kitchen looked like. Just went, okay, documented. And it was disgusting because I hadn't cleaned it up, the mess that they'd made.
Good.
I thought, stuff it. I said, Leo, I'm telling you this once. If the house looks anything like this, in brackets, see video below, when I get home, I am going to a hotel. And I didn't even think that was funny because
I think it's so great.
I bloody meant it. And I could see myself walking down the path, walking in the door, looking around, and just getting out my phone and going, where's the nearest Quest? Because I'm going there.
I was secretly hoping last night you were going to send me a selfie from, like, the QT or something. Being like...
Anything's possible. Well, I want to know, am I alone here? 132410. Give us a call. What is the most unhinged, out-of-control threat you have made to your children?
You can be anonymous if you're embarrassed or if child services might come after you.
Never be embarrassed.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
You're just tuning in. Welcome. Take a seat. I'll make you a coffee. But you would have missed a text message that I sent to my 16-year-old son who was at home ostensibly babysitting my youngest child who is 11.
Good on you, Leo.
And look, I got home and they were alive, which is great.
Your house wasn't.
My house, look, was not. And I sort of knew that would be the case. So I made sure Leo had a copy of a video that I'd made of the house, of the kitchen looking disgusting by his own fair hand. And I just said, Leo, I'm telling you this once. If the house looks anything like this when I get home, I'm going to a hotel. And I bloody meant it. I meant it. And it was a bonkers threat that I didn't have to follow through on, but I would have, Jack. I would have.
I know you would
knew
have.
Me. I was at the end of my tether.
You were done. 13 24 10. We are asking you, what's the most ridiculous threat you've made to your kid in the heat of the moment?
Leonie, what was it?
Oh, hi, Chrissy and Jack. Oh, look, we made up this name of Bertha, and we explained to our kids that she's from the naughty girls' home, and if they didn't improve their behaviour, we were going to send them. And so on numerous occasions, we'd literally rip the phone out and start pretending to dial and say, right, we're ringing Bertha now. And they just get hysterical, go, oh, you know.
Oh, did you ever have a one-sided conversation with Bertha? Would it just start like, Bertha, it's time?
Yeah, look, I'm sure we have. I haven't had to use it for quite a while because the kids are a little bit older. But yeah, definitely.
That reminds me, I've had one-way conversations with Santa, and it looks like this. Like I've called and I've gone, Santa, and these little faces just looking at me. I'm like, Santa, it's not.
Oh no,
it's not good. We're going to have to talk about how many lumps of coal have you got? Because I'm going to need 3. I'm going to need 3, maybe an orange, and 3 20-cent pieces, and that's all they're getting for Christmas. Are you on the same page? And these little faces going,
shaking.
I mean,
in
we
their
do
boots.
some mean stuff, but also we're pushed to our limit.
Leonie, that's a $100 voucher for In the Roundhouse for you.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Let's go to Amy, Swanee.
What is the funniest, most unhinged threat you've ever given your kids?
Well, I don't have kids myself yet, but I'm thinking of myself as a child, and I was a little bit of a cartwheel kid in the supermarket and a real lolly kid, so always asking Dad for lollies and cartwheeling down the aisle, a bit of youngest child syndrome. So Dad would threaten to throw me into the charity bin if I was to play up.
Amazing.
Oh, that is good because you would have gone, oh, no, you can't do that. And then you would have looked at the charity bin and gone, hang on, that is a big drawer. I would fit in there.
Actually, I could fit. Yeah, I could definitely fit in there. So
Yes.
It's quite the threat.
Amy, we're going to send you a $100 voucher for In the Roundhouse for that. Well done.
And we're finished with you, Jilly. Hello, Jill.
Hello, how are we all?
What's the funniest threat you've made to the kids, Jill?
So my threat to the kids was, so I had 3 babies under 3.5, so it was pretty full-on bath time. They would hop out and they would bicker, they would fight and all that sort of stuff. So to get them in order and get them dressed, I would always say, right, that's it. I'm going to jump in the bath. I'm going to empty the bath, and it's going to take me all the way downstairs and down the plug hole. And then they didn't listen, so then I pulled the plug hole out, hid in the toilet, and then when it obviously got to the bottom of the bath and it made that really, sucky noise, they would come running in, like screaming and going, oh my gosh, Mum's just gone down. In the meantime, I've run downstairs and I'm underneath the bathroom and walk up and go, see, told you.
Oh, my God. Were you ever tempted to go, help, help me?
$100 voucher for In the Roundhouse is on its way to you, Jill.
That's genius.
Oh, thank you.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
You are listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova. Good for you. Good for us.
Good on ya.
There's no backhanded compliment there, is there?
No, we are very, very complimentary of our listeners.
And each other.
Yes.
I mean, we really do pump up each other's tyres, don't we?
We do. We do. We love to inflate one another's egos.
This microphone is driving me crazy.
Gone limp.
I feel like
again.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, you're holding
adjusting.
it like that.
I want to talk about backhanded compliments. I think I might be of the opinion that every compliment is a backhanded compliment, but I don't know. You be the judge. 13 24 10. Has someone ever said something to you where you thought, oh, that's not, oh, hang on. Oh, that's not, wait a minute.
You and I, weirdly, this week have both received them.
Well, I wouldn't have known it was backhanded until you'd planted that seed in my head.
Right.
And yesterday, our friend, do I name him? Name him?
He can handle it.
I think he's listening. Beautiful Troy Pierce.
TP, we love him.
Come in if you can hear me, Troy. TP, come in. Because he wouldn't know. He'd be horrified to think that he'd done something that has offended me and it hasn't.
He's not here.
He was before.
He's probably knocked off early.
He's checking out my outfit. Anyway, yesterday, I walked past his desk and he said, I've known him for years, by the way.
Yeah.
He said, Chris, you've been looking really beautiful lately. And initially I was like, oh, well, that's just a nice thing. And then because you'd planted the whole backhanded thing in my head, I thought, oh, maybe the lately is backhanded, because what he's really saying is last year you looked like you had been scraped off the bottom of a landscape gardener's shoe or something.
And I loved the compliment because you straight away credited me and said, well, Jack said I had to serve looks every day.
I
and
say
I was
that
like, thank you.
Anyone that says, and I've been getting so many more compliments than I would normally get.
Yeah, because you're not just wearing activewear every day.
Every day someone says something.
You're an extremely stylish lady too. You've got great clothes. You've got great taste. That's why I've empowered
How do you deal with everyone looking at you all the time?
Oh, I love it sick.
God.
I received one last week from my mum. She'll hate that I'm saying this, but I just can't wait. I've been doing a little bit of work on the Today Show and Today Extra and stuff.
I know, and you're so good.
And when obviously...
And you're not shiny either.
I'm not. Thank you, Chrissy Swan. And Channel 9 makeup. But Mum brought it up with me on the weekend. She goes, hey, I was watching you the other day, and she goes, your teeth look really great, but have you thought about veneers?
So which one of these is true?
Like, wait, what? I am committed to my Oral-B 3D whitening strips.
How do they work? Do they just sort of settle on there?
Yeah, they're great.
You've got
Stick them
very
on.
white teeth.
I do it once a week, and I promise you it works.
Wow.
But I was like, cheers, Mum. 13 24 10. Have you received a backhanded compliment like Swanee and I both have this week? It's quite something.
Lately.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're talking about backhanded compliments, and you're going to really enjoy these because we certainly have in the songs. Hello, Emma.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, yours is a goodie. What is it?
Yes, so my sister-in-law paid me a backhanded compliment last week and said to me, I really like your dress, but have you thought about wearing jeans? It would make you look a lot younger.
Have you ever given that sort of fashion advice unsolicited to another living human being?
No, and I don't think that she's in any position to be giving that to me.
Oh, God, I love it.
Savage, Emma. We're going to send you a double pass to Hoyts. Enjoy bigger screens, better sound and comfier seats. Book now at hoyts.com.au. You're so welcome.
Emma, Jack, would you ever say that? Would you ever?
No, absolutely not.
Just out of the blue? I love your dress, but you know what? I would have done something differently. I would never do that.
I wouldn't. And unless someone asks for that advice and says, hey, Jack, what do you think about this dress? That's an invitation for me to say, hey, I reckon you should go black instead of blue. But I would never say...
Yeah, but you only ever give that advice when you're near the wardrobe to change it.
Yeah, you don't
do you know what I mean?
give it on the street. That's wild.
It's unusual. Hi, Ella.
Hello.
What is your backhanded compliment?
When me and my partner started dating, one of my really good friends said, oh, your boyfriend's so hot. How did you pull him?
Wow.
What does that... What? How old was the friend?
20, so a year younger than me.
But how long had you known her?
Oh, like 3 years?
Really?
Is she still your friend?
Yeah. No, because she actually did try and start flirting with him not long after.
Okay, so that's what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ella, you've got yourself a double pass to Hoyt. Enjoy.
Let's finish with
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much.
Finish with you, Emma. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good. What is your backhanded compliment? This is unbelievable.
I had a meet and greet with my kids' teachers this week, and my kids are very smart. And I thought I dressed appropriately that day, but the teacher looked at me up and down and goes, so where do they get this from?
Well, your kids are really smart. Where do they get it from?
Yeah.
Oh, my
As
God.
in, I didn't look smart.
You should have used that great, line from Pretty Woman. Big mistake. Huge.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I don't want to shock you, Jack, but I think we might be wrong about something.
I mean, it rarely happens, so...
Strap yourself in. So I've got a question. 13 24 10, give us a call if you've got an answer to this question, and I don't want to lead the witness. I'm not going to say where Jack and I stand on this, but I think we're wrong. Someone asks you to a party or something, barbecue, dinner, out. Do you assume that the invitation is for you and your girlfriend or boyfriend, your partner? Or is it just for you?
Yes. So, for example, if you or I were to have a partner,
Yes.
say your partner's name was Martin.
Yep.
If it said, "Dear Chrissy, we would like to invite you over for a barbecue," and Martin's name's not there, is Martin a part of that?
That's what we want to know. 13 24 10. Give us a call. And also, it doesn't have to be as formal as a written invitation.
But
I
even
think
just a
what
text.
What we're talking about is you're on the phone to your friend and they say, listen, I just want to, I don't know where I'm getting this idea from, but I want to make a creme brulee and I want you to eat it. Why don't you come over Friday night? Is that for two people or for one?
Yes.
And the reason that we're talking about this is because you and I love a Reddit discussion. We very rarely disagree.
No. Am I the a-hole on Reddit is my favourite
It is
thread.
the best. Am I the a-hole for making my husband's family leave after they showed up with an extra guest? This is from a woman. Her husband, she's 34. I love how they always give their ages too. It lets me imagine who these people
Correct.
are. I love
Reddit
it.
users really know how to paint the picture.
It's so great. So she hosted a small intimate dinner at her home for his family. Right at the last minute, his auntie, I want to say?
His mother
said, oh, by the way, I'm bringing
Her sister.
his auntie,
Yep.
because she's in town and she's got nowhere else to go, which I think is actually fine because it's his auntie.
Yeah.
If he'd known that she was there, he probably would have invited her. So this woman is probably the a-hole, I'm going to say. But where it took us was when you invite your friend, are you, by inference, inviting their boyfriend or girlfriend, or are you only inviting your friend?
Of the firm belief you are only inviting the friend, the person that you have called and that you have asked over. Unless I have called you and said, hey, Chrissy, come over Friday night. Chris and I are going to cook for you. By the way, bring Martin. If I haven't said bring Martin, I don't want to see Martin. I only want to see you.
I think you're wrong. I think I'm wrong too, because I agree with you. But I think we're wrong. I think couples, real couples, proper couples that we don't really understand. you know, I think this is our problem.
This is.
I think that they operate as one entity. And I think that's our issue. We can't get our head around that.
I've got a friend, though, Swanee, that often will bring their partner when the partner is so clearly not invited. And I've watched people at the dinner or event organisers have to scramble and make up a table setting for this person's partner. And we're all like, bro, your partner wasn't invited. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I really think we are right.
No, I don't think we are. 13 24 10. If someone asks you to a party or something over for dinner or barbecue, is that invitation just for you or is it for both of you? Is that inferred?
Also, are you someone that does this? I would love to hear from someone that actually does it.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
If you're invited out somewhere, dinner, barbecue, party of some sort, is that invitation for you or is it for you and your partner?
We both think it's only for the person invited, for one person.
Yeah.
You think we are wrong, though. I think we are right.
I think we are wrong. Lee, hello.
Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Jack. How are you today?
Oh, we're so
Good, Lee.
good. It's a great Tuesday, which is, you know, a sentence
It
not
is
often
amazing.
uttered. Yeah.
And I've
Now,
just knocked off work, so it's even better.
oh my God, how
Slay.
good. Now, Lee,
Yeah.
tell us, are we wrong here about the inference
Yeah,
when you're
guys,
invited?
You're totally wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all adults. For me, I've been married very happily for 32 years, and anybody that knows me that asks me for a barbecue or a party or whatever, of course they're going to think that my husband's going to come, unless it's a work do, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you just put your big girl pants on and you go, hey, are we bringing partners? Is this, you know, you need to ask.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
know,
to
but
be politically correct these days. But I would think Yeah, no, guys, you're wrong. Definitely, if you're in a relationship, you got to expect the partner.
The asking thing is interesting. Mitchie just came in and sorted out a technical problem, and I know that he's been in a long-term relationship for a long time. And I said to him, what do you think the situation is? If I invite you somewhere, is that inferred that your girlfriend's coming? And he's like, yeah, look, I've got this event that I've got to go to, and I'm not sure if... my girlfriend's invited, and to ask is awkward because, of course, the person that's hosting the event is going to say, "Oh yeah, fine."
And
well, there you just put it's communication. You have to ask, otherwise you're going to look like a tit if you turn up with your partner and no one else has got them.
You don't want to look like a tit.
No, Lee, we're going to send you a Baker's Delight voucher. And what is your stance on this?
I agree, and I think that potentially it's a generational thing, because I'm the same generation, I think, as you, Chrissy. I love listening to your show.
I love that you're listening to it. Snap.
I think, I've been married for more than 20 years, and, I fully understand if someone sends me a text and it's just my name, it's just me.
Really?
If it's because all our friends know, and people that we hang out with, it's always like, hey, do you guys? So it's not a text or a thing of, do you want to come? But if it's workmates, then they say, it's an invitation to me.
I feel like work is different.
Yeah. What about personal friends, Anne?
No, I think personal friends, they know. And if it's a single, thing that they just want you, then they just say you.
Have you ever been caught out though and turned up at something and your friends have been like, "Hey, where's Bruce?"
No, I think we've had it the other way around, and again that goes back to a work kind of thing. I didn't go to a thing that my husband was invited to, and he wanted to go by himself. And everyone, when I met up with him, became more friends with him later. They were like, "Oh, we thought you were going to be there."
Interesting. And Baker's Delight voucher for you.
I feel a lot better about this because it does seem murky. It seems like there is no right answer.
Agreed.
Hi, Diana.
Hello, how are you?
Good. What, are we wrong here? Do you always bring your partner?
Of course, yes. If you're in a committed relationship, the person who's inviting you should know that that also includes your partner.
See, that's where we're wrong. That's where we're wrong. I never, ever assume it. And most of my friends are, in fact, in that situation, a committed relationship. And I've known their partners for 20 years or more.
There you go. But I also believe it doesn't include kids.
Yeah, so God, no.
God, that goes without saying, Diana. Please,
Yuck.
Baker's Delight voucher for you. Let's really quickly finish with Bernadette. Bernadette, what do you think?
I think, as usual, you guys are right, and you're not invited. The name's not on it, you're not invited. Get lost. No,
Correct, get lost.
You guys, I've been in a long-term relationship. I've been married for over 20 years, and it's okay for us to do things on our own. It's okay to not be invited to every event. But you guys are right. You're always right. Don't doubt yourself.
Oh, my God, I love this, Bernadette.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.